So this is going to be a review video on completing a square, in case you forgot how to do it. So we're just going to do two examples. Here is the first one. We're going to say y equals x squared plus 8x minus 3. So when you complete the square, the purpose in this equation, this is a quadratic, to complete the square you would get the equation in vertex form, and that's really the helpful part about it because you can see information in vertex form that you don't necessarily see in standard form, like the transformations. So the first thing we always do is move the constant to the side with the y. So I have y plus 3 equals x squared plus 8x. What we're going to do next is we're going to see what would complete the square. So you always take your x term and you always divide it by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And then we take that number and we square it. Sorry. I can talk. All right, so 4 squared is 16, so I'm going to add 16 on the right side. To keep the equation balanced, whatever I do to the right side, I also have to do to the left side. So I'm going to add 16 over here. So now I have y plus 19 equals x squared plus 8x plus 16. Next, what we're going to do is factor the right side of the equation. So if you think about what multiplies to 16 and adds to 8, that would be 4 and 4. So I would have x plus 4 times x plus 4, which is the exact same thing as x plus 4 squared. And then we have y plus 19 on the other side. And so what you'll notice is that whatever you got here, the divided by 2 is 4, that number always goes right there, every single time. That's kind of the shortcut. All right, so y plus 19 equals x plus 4 squared. I'll go ahead and subtract the 19 over to the other side. And now my quadratic equation is in vertex form, and I can work with it that way. All right, here's our second example. In this example, we have a coefficient in front of the x squared, and so it makes the problem just a little bit more difficult. So we're always going to start off by moving the constant to the other side, so I'll go ahead and do that first. The next thing we do is we remove the coefficient from the x squared. We basically factor it out. So I'm going to put 2 in front, and then x squared plus 10x, and I'm going to leave a space for me to complete the square. All right, now I can go ahead and I can take that term in the middle and divide it by 2 just like I did before. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 squared is 25. So that is the number that completes the square. Now, we still have to keep the equation balanced, so it would seem that you should just add 25 on both sides of the equation. But we didn't actually just add 25. We actually added 2 multiplied by 25 because that 2 was inside or was in front of the parentheses. So I actually added 25 to the, or added 50 to the right side of the equation, which means I need to add 50 to the left side of the equation. All right, so again, that was 50 because it was 2 times 25, not just plain old 25. So now I have y plus 61 equals 2 times x squared plus 10x plus 25. And I need to factor the right side, so I'm looking at, what multiplies to 25 and adds to 10. And again, that's going to be x plus 5, x plus 5. So we'll notice that again, it was that number right there. And so I have 2 in the front, x plus 5 squared. And then to get the y all alone, I can just subtract 61 from each side. And so my final equation would be y equals 2 x plus 5 squared minus 61.